Why do we need handwriting in a digital world? There's a significant difference between handwriting and typing on a computer. When you type, there's only one way to produce a letter: to press a key. The force, speed, angle, and all the other unique aspects of your typing are flattened by the binary nature of the digital process. It's either 1 or 0, key pressed or not. When you write by hand, you're in control not only of what you write, but also of how. This control over the form can somehow influence the content. In a counterintuitive way, focusing on the act of writing allows the content, the deeper emotions or thoughts, to flow more freely. Sometimes the hand seems to know more than the conscious mind, writing down things we may not have the courage to admit. Generations of diary keepers were well aware of this phenomenon. This connection between hand and mind forms the basis of various methods aimed at linking consciousness and body, such as Julia Cameron's technique of morning pages. The practice involves writing a few pages by hand every morning, jotting down whatever comes to mind without overthinking. It's about letting your hand guide you. Reading back old diaries years later, I'm often surprised by how clearly recurring themes emerge. Things that were barely noticeable at the time. I've done a lot of writing on the computer, and I continue to do so. But what I notice in handwritten entries is a much stronger sense of the subconscious breaking through. There's a rawness and immediacy, a release that shows up on the page, allowing frustration to pour out unfiltered. Julia Cameron likened this process to clearing out the brain's drains. We're so consumed with presenting a polished, idealized version of ourselves that we suppress thoughts that might threaten our fragile egos. Yet within those pages, we might find things we've been ignoring, like the first signs of distrust in a spouse who later proves unfaithful, or perhaps scattered ideas for something remarkable, like a business strategy that could have succeeded if we'd taken note of it in time. Tongue can lie. It's skilled and willing to do so. The body, however, dislikes lying. It finds lies uncomfortable. And in this way, your own hand can become a bridge to the subconscious, a mediator between a rational mind that often deludes itself and an intuition that quietly sees what's true.